the way things are going in this class are essentially we're moving to a place where if we saw some reactants, we should be able to say these reactants are going to work and are going to react together in some way to make some type of product. Or, oh, look, these are the products. Where would that have come from? So we will be trying to predict the product or predict the starting material based on one or the other. So what is that going to look like for this type of SN2 reaction? Well, here we have our alkyl halide. We have a nucleophile. We should be able to predict the product. Here we have not an alkyl halide, but we have a halogen over here. So what would our starting materials be? So essentially, you guys should be able to do this already. So take a minute, pause the video, predict the product over here, predict the starting materials over here, and then come back to us. Okay, you did it. I think that you did a good job. We'll see. So this is the starting material. We have our SH nucleophile. That would do a backside attack. So if it added to the back face of this and the Cl left, we'd have Cl minus over here. And then we would have our same 4 carbon atoms. But since this was a wedge, the wedge meant it was coming out toward the camera, the S had to add to the back side. So that's going to make a product that looks like this. Further, you should be able to kind of check for yourself. Did I draw the right structure, right? How can we check that? Well, if we have our first priority, second priority, third priority, this is R. Over here, we still have first priority there, second priority there, third priority here. But technically, this hydrogen, which is our 4th priority, is technically in the front. So we would have to do this however you do it. I taught you a lot of different ways to do this in chapter 5. But essentially, the reality is that was R. This is now S. And I promise that that is S. So make sure you're able to figure that out. All right, what about this bottom one? So iodide was our leaving group. It was connected to this 5-membered ring. So we can put a 5-membered ring there. Our nucleophile must have been OCH3 minus. And that substituted for the iodide. So the iodide should have been connected to this position. It's a wedge over here. The OCH3 is a wedge, which meant that the O must have come from the front, must have added to that side, which tells us that the iodide must have been on the back side. So we would have to have a dashed bond to that, indicating it was on the back. What about this? We have a wedge to a CH3 here. Is that going to change? Well, no reaction happened at that position, right? Nothing happened. So that is still the same over here. We still have a wedge to that CH3 over here. So that would be the starting material of this reaction. So hopefully that made sense. We're going to get more. You're going to get a lot more practice in that in the homework, and we will work on some more predicting the products and starting materials soon.